Well, this is a breaking input that we are getting now from the national capital, where ED searches are underway at the residence of Aam Aadmi Party's Rajya Sabha MP Sanjay Singh. Remember, Sanjay Singh's aides were questioned by ED earlier this year in connection with the liquor policy scam. But it's pertinent to note that it's still not clear if these raids or these searches are related to that same case itself. Now, senior Aam Aadmi Party leader and former Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Sanjay Singh, I beg your pardon, Sanjay Singh's houses have been raided and searches are ongoing by ED. Now, Arunima is joining me on the broadcast. A very good morning, Arunima. What more details are we getting on this front?
Very sketchy details at this moment. Early this morning, the ED officials reached the residence of Sanjay Singh. Those visuals have been put out by news agencies, and it's evident that how ED is carrying out its searches at Sanjay Singh's premises. Sanjay Singh has been in the ED crosshair for a few months now, since the liquor policy investigation began. He had served a legal notice on the Enforcement Directorate alleging that there was an attempt to malign his image because his name was mentioned in the prosecution complaint. ED had then clarified that only at one point typographical error had mentioned his name instead of the name of Rahul Singh, who was then Delhi Excise Commissioner. But the heat had not gone off Sanjay Singh, even though ED had retracted that he was charge sheeted. The Enforcement Directorate last 2 months have carried out investigation against Sanjay Singh's two close aides. And now that they have reached Sanjay Singh's residence, one will have to wait and see if in the Delhi liquor policy scam he is treated as an accused and he is questioned further. But at this stage, all we can confirm is that ED officials are at Sanjay Singh's premises. We are waiting to hear more details.
All right, Arunima. Well, ED searches at Aam Aadmi Party's MP's residence is ongoing, and as we already know that such kind of searches and raids were carried out in the month of May at his close aides. What were the conclusions out of those searches?
So the Enforcement Directorate's entire case is that various leaders of Aam Aadmi Party, including then Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia, they were all in a conspiracy with liquor groups from southern part of India. They were taking money to give them liquor licenses, and in this case only various people associated with Aam Aadmi Party, including Sanjay Singh's aides, have been questioned to ascertain the money trail and find out if the money was laundered or not. That is essentially the Enforcement Directorate case. CBI is looking at the corruption angle of it. So it is in that connection that Sanjay Singh's aides were earlier searched to look for the money trail, to find out if money trail reaches the Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha MP as well.
All right, Arunima, help us understand that will Sanjay Singh be given a chance or an opportunity to respond to the allegations against him? Because so far, whatever allegations in the past have been leveled against him, he's refuted them completely.
Well, we'll have to first see what is the charge against Sanjay Singh, or what is the new evidence that the Enforcement Directorate has, based on which they have gone ahead to decide to search his premises. These are allegations about him which have been in the public domain for some time now. But like you said, he refuted all those allegations. Aam Aadmi Party has even said that the decision to arrest Manish Sisodia, Satyendra Jain and others is part of BJP's witch hunt. They have accused ED of carrying forward the agenda of the central government and not doing an unbiased investigation. So ED is carrying out these searches. We're just waiting to hear from the ED officials what is the fresh evidence that has come up based on which these searches are being carried out. But essentially, the money trail from the liquor groups of southern India, and Dinesh Arora, one of the key players in this entire game, has now turned an approver. So Dinesh Arora turning approver means there could be more insight for the Enforcement Directorate and CBI as to how this entire conspiracy was unraveled. Already there are details available about Hawala transaction, about how money was paid in return for the liquor licenses being given to certain individuals. But now that Dinesh Arora has turned an approver, it could have given Enforcement Directorate added impetus to carry forward its investigation in this matter. If Dinesh Arora is specifying about Sanjay Singh's role, that will be a shot in the arm for the Enforcement Directorate. But the Aam Aadmi Party has constantly refuted these allegations. Sanjay Singh himself, I think, has been at the forefront of sending legal notices to ED for maligning his name. So the day has just begun. I think the searches have been on for around 1.5 hours now. We are waiting to see what next course of action the Enforcement Directorate takes.
Right. Arunima, like you mentioned that Aam Aadmi Party in the past has also refuted the allegations leveled against some of their senior leaders. Now, what impact do you think these kind of searches and investigations will have on the Aam Aadmi Party and the political career of these senior leaders?
We'll just have to wait and see as to what is the next course of action that ED takes. If it decides to take Sanjay Singh for custodial interrogation, then it could be a long haul. Because we have seen in the case of Satyendra Jain also, once under PMLA you are taken into custody, bail is difficult to get. For Manish Sisodia also it has been months. But bail has not been forthcoming. Same is with Satyendra Jain. Sanjay Singh is one of the most vocal members of the Aam Aadmi Party. He holds fort for the party in Parliament. He has been suspended from Rajya Sabha along with Raghav Chadha. But even when he is not entering the chamber, when he is not entering the Rajya Sabha house, he has been championing the cause of Aam Aadmi Party. Being a crucial member of the India Alliance Front every time they've shown solidarity on the floor of Parliament, premises. So him being questioned, or if like I said, ED decides for custodial interrogation, it will be yet another blow for Aam Aadmi Party. Most of their, political, middle-level leadership, other than Arvind Kejriwal, the national convener, the number 2 leaders are all behind bars right now. If one more blow is dealt to them, it would be additional challenge, but they maintain that this is being done at the behest of BJP government. This is not a professional investigation. And with elections coming up in Chhattisgarh, where they want to fight, elections coming up in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, where Aam Aadmi Party wants to make its presence felt, if one more senior leader is unable to campaign, it will be a political setback.
Right, it indeed will be a political setback for the Aam Aadmi Party, Arunima. But when the ED raided or searched Sanjay Singh's colleagues Ajit Tyagi and Sarvesh Mishra earlier this year, Sanjay Singh reached out to say that Modi's bullying is at its peak and I'm fighting against Modi's dictatorship. And he's further said that these raids and these searches and investigations by the Enforcement Directorate are politically motivated. How do you reflect on this?
So that's been the charge right from the word go. But the way Central Bureau of Investigation and Enforcement Directorate have managed to convince the court that they have prima facie evidence against Aam Aadmi Party leadership. Satyendra Jain, like I said, like I pointed out, has been behind bars. Manish Sisodia has been behind bars. And courts have appreciated the investigation done by both these agencies so far. What is the charge? The charge is that because there was election coming up in Goa, and the charge is also about Punjab, though Punjab has not been mentioned specifically in the charge sheet filed so far, but money trail to Goa has definitely been tracked down. So the charge is that because the Aam Aadmi Party needed money to fight Goa elections, they took money from South India group. And these were players who wanted liquor license in Delhi. So they paid money, they paid bribe, and in return they were given a favorable liquor license. And this was a loss to the public exchequer. That is the entire case. Who are the players in this? So far, the players who have been named are already behind bars. They are in custody. Sanjay Singh's name was mentioned in the ED prosecution complaint initially, but then they retracted, saying that it was a typographical error. It was inadvertently mentioned. Sanjay Singh had filed a legal notice against that mention, but that did not stop the Enforcement Directorate's attempt to carry on with its investigation and find more evidence. They did acknowledge that the first prosecution complaint and mention of Sanjay Singh was a typographical error, but they continued to investigate him, and that's why his aides were searched. Now, based on what his aides had revealed, based on what Dinesh Arora is now revealing, having turned an approver, there could be fresh leads available, and these searches would be to look at bank statements of Sanjay Singh, to look at his digital devices, to look at other, papers that could give them some understanding about monetary transaction, about other financial transactions that could perhaps give ED some insight about the allegation that they are probing, that Sanjay Singh, that's the allegation. Now, we'll have to wait and see if that allegation can be substantiated. But the allegation that they are probing is that Sanjay Singh had a role to play in this criminal conspiracy as well. He had a role to play in money laundering as well. But where is the evidence is the question, and I think that's why ED searches are going on to look for that missing evidence.